Hi, it's Lori and Duncan Neverman from Common Sense Home, and today we're going to show you how to change out the oil in your freeze dryer pump. The cycle just finished, the pump is still warm, and it's time to drain out the old oil. So Duncan's going to slide that forward so he can get easy access, and then open up the spigot. And we're using just an old yogurt container. You can use whatever you have handy. I like the old yogurt container because we have quite a few of them on hand. We're going to drain this oil, and then I'm going to stick that in the freezer for, say, 12 to 24 hours. And the sediment and any water in that will settle to the bottom of the container. And then we'll have just the oil sitting on top, and then we'll run that through the filter and leave the frozen water and the sediment behind. Harvest Right recommends that you change the oil out after every time you run if you have one of the pumps that still uses oil. They do have an oilless pump, but that just helps the pump stay in good working condition. Because of the nature of the freeze dryer, it pulls moisture off of the food, so that moisture gets into your oil. There's simply no way to avoid that, so that when you drain it and change out the oil, you help prevent corrosion inside the pump. This is going to take a couple of minutes, and once this is completely drained, then we're going to put in the fresh oil. Looks like we're getting close. Is the stream starting to slow down?
A little bit.
A bit.
But you
Would it
gotta
help
wait
if
a
I
little
tip
longer.
it? Or is it... Now how does this typically progress, Dunk? I usually have you and your brother do this, so...
You just sit here for a long while until it empties out for the most part, and then once it's stopping.
I think we'll cut ahead to the part where it's coming to a slow and then...
Okay.
So you can see it's starting to trickle a little. Right now, you can tip the pump a little. You have to be careful because it's heavy. And that can help get some of the water
I'll hold this.
out.
Thank you.
But yeah, you can see that it gets the stream going a little faster. This helps get extra water out and the more dirty oil.
Which, of course, likes to settle in the bottom of the pump.
A few chunks just came out.
It'd been a while, sitting here for a bit, between loads. We hadn't run it in a while because it was so hot outside. Close. You done yet? Are you done yet?
I like to be thorough when I'm changing it.
Are you sure? Close. There's not a whole hell of a lot coming out of there anymore.
And that's about good.
It's still pretty warm. And apparently there's a little fine flame. Fucking cover! Alright.
So now, you open up the top. If you can get it open.
What, your brother seal it up for you?
Yep.
Nice and snug.
A wrench can help.
You think? And you said this takes right around 600 milliliters to fill up the new pump?
Yep.
The original pumps used to take a little bit more, but... Now on the front of the pump, you'll see a sight glass, and that has a center line. And as you're filling this, you want to bring that oil level up to that center mark line on your sight glass. And it's gonna, oh, don't run your funnel over. It's coming. There we go. Now it's gaining on it. You're getting close, boo.
Just a little more.
You might hear some dripping. I don't know if the microphone's going to pick that up or not, but
It's okay if it's a little over, but don't, if it's too much
you
over,
don't want to run it all the way up past the sight glass. That's too much.
then you're going to need to open this back up and drain a little more back out.
Yeah. But you might hear some dripping in the background. That is the freeze dryer going through its defrost cycle.
Then you want to put the cap back on, but just tighten it finger tight.
Don't crank it so hard that the next person can't get it open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
it's designed to be finger tightened, so you don't want to use a wrench because that'll damage it.
Yeah, it's just a little plastic screw top. And that's all there is to it. Not a big thing. It's nice if you got an extra set of hands, but I know a lot of people have a little platform right underneath here that they set the drain thing on. So they open it up and they let it drain. And in case you don't have somebody else to hold the oil for you. But usually the guys do it together, so one holds, one tips to get out all the oil. And as I said, the dirty oil is going to go in the freezer, not the freeze dryer. And the sediment will settle to the bottom along with any water. And then we will filter this out.